Hello. Hope everyone's doing okay. Um, what I've got for you in my vise is a micro zonker. It's a decent little pattern. It's tied on a number 6 hook. So let's get this thing out of here and get her hook in here. Our hook is a 3906. It's a must-have hook. It's a wet nip hook. See it? And there's no rule on this. I mean, if you could tie it on whatever hook you like, man. That's what it's all about. Doing your thing. Or that's what I hope it's all about. All right. I have some 6/0 uni thread in olive. I tell you what, we're going to start back, 3 or 4 hook shanks back. We're going to follow this back to a little bit further, probably the length of the shank of the hook, which is right at the barb. This is a barbed hook. If you'd like, you can smash the barb down if you feel like it. If you like doing that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. My fur here, pretty sure that's rabbit fur because usually squirrel's a little bit shorter. When you get into that micro, I mean, I just had some in a bag. I was like, shoot. And then I started looking a little more, and I was kind of thinking that it's rabbit because it's so soft, feels like rabbit. Before I forget, I'm going to trim the back of this thing into kind of a little point. It's nothing to catch fish or anything with. It's just aesthetics for me. I mean, it's nothing to do with anything else. I've got some crystal flash here. By all means, change the flash to whatever you like. I mean, this is just a you guys love getting that crystal flash out of the pack. Even if you cut a little hole in the corner, it's still a pain in the neck. I try to draw out 2 or 3 fibers at once, and it just wants to rustle up on you. Alrighty. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 fibers on this. And of course, we'll tie these in. We'll take a look at the tail and see if we need to double it or not. It's a good chance we will. Take a look at her. Yeah, let's put a little bit more flash in here. This fly doesn't have a rib like a lot of your zonkers. I don't tie it in with a rib. You can. I mean, you can use 3/0 monocord on this. Whatever your choosing is. Let's get this up here. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take it about the length of the hook there. And that's That's what we're going to do. About the shank. She's going to spray back all wild. Not. All right. Like I said, just take your time on this fly. When you're dealing with micro fur and things like that, man, a lot of times if you pull on it too hard, it will break on you. You're like, what the heck? You know, because if you're used to using like Magnum or anything like that, this is a whole different ball game on that. So let me get rid of that crystal. And here's our fur. We're going to tie our fur in, pardon me, the leather about to the end of the flash. So let's see, where am I at there? I'm going to take and move this hair forward. Hey, listen, don't let yourself go further. Don't let yourself go further in the front with the tying the hair down, because we are going to use this to make a collar with also. Some of you don't need the bulk up there, man. It just makes it a pain in the you know what to try to deal with. And a lot of people, you know, don't like to tie that in because of the bulk. But hopefully the way I do it'll, you know, might give you a little show of how I do it. That's all I can do. I'm not going to tell you it's better, because I'm sure it's not. I'm sure there's people out there laughing. Are you a cat on there? We don't care though. We're having fun. All right, I'm going to take some 20,000ths. This is lead free. This wire is. Usually I use hairline, but this is all I have on the lead free. I like that leaded wire too. How about a dozen good wraps? 12 or 13. You know, lucky 13. Lucky 13. Now this dubbing here, this dubbing is an olive dubbing, and then I've taken some copper flash that I had, like some flash dubbing. I don't even really know what you call it. I'll show you what the flash looks like. I would have really thought about showing it to you, or I would have had it out. It's just this copper. It looks like light bright, you know. And I take that and take some Satsinios laser hair dubbing and put it in a coffee grinder and whip it up, and it makes, you know, really nice. Now it's kind of a dubbing that it will shed some of that as you're tying it, you know, because we're going to put it on with a thread loop, and you know, it will shed some of it out, but I mean, for the most part, you know, it goes in there pretty good. And I've even thought about changing the tail of this flash to like a copper flash, because I like copper color. You know, I think that copper color is pretty sweet. But I'm just gonna double me up here about 6-8 inches, way more than I need. But I just like to have it, you know, where I can handle it. And like I said, we're going to try not to go past here at all, period. You know, because we're going to try to wrap our collar on there. I've got a dubbing spinner here somewhere. There we go. It's a loom dubbing spinner. Not that that means anything. Got some low-tack schwacks. You can dub this or not. Like I said, it's a kind of a you thing. A you thing, me thing. Get her loaded in there. We're trying not to go too psycho on this with the dub. It's really easy to do. I mean, it looks like I've got a tremendous amount in there, which I probably do have too much. But we'll see. Let's get her spun up here a little bit. Start getting her moving. See if we can find a bobbin here to pick this out a little bit. I was trying to clean up my desk, and my wife got me some little containers, and I was trying to, heck, that's a hair tool. I was trying to use some of them because she was nice enough to get them for me, and plus they're handy as crap. I don't know. Well, let me repeat that. I don't know how handy crap is, but I might have stuck too much stuff in there, which is very possible, especially for me. Oh, Mr. Overkill. We'll wrap this up to a real nice chenille. And like I said, we'll pick her out there. We can always trim off whatever we don't like. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and hold that, and I'm going to cut the spinner off that because it's so daggone heavy. I think we'll be all right. I don't think I will lose it. I might, but hopefully I won't. Turns pretty sweet. It's a really bugging, kind of shiny dubbin. I like it. And like I said, you can use whatever you like. You can get Prism. I mean, Prism's a good dubbin. I don't have any Prism dubbin, so I just made some of my own, which makes it closer to me, you know. Not only did I make the fly, but I made the dubbin. Some people are like, whatever, dude. But I think that's pretty cool. I like that. I like that as much as anything. I like that as much as anything that it was me that did it. That was all me. Talk about taking credit. The holiday season is upon us. I'm really glad. I know a lot of people say this time of year is commercialized. I love this time of year with my family. Okay, here's what we've done. Here is the bad stuff we've done. Now we've got this little baby here. We've got this on a size 6 hook, so you know it's a small world. So we're going to try with all of our heart to get this up here and make us a nice collar. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a knot in this. Put a knot in this so that I don't knock it off. And if I'm silly enough here in a minute, whenever I'm trying to put this on here to cut my thread, that I'll have a nice place to go. Because guess what? Guess who has cut their thread before? Probably when I made the last one, I might have cut my thread. So I'm speaking to you with experience. So we've still got that hook link there. So we're going back. See the eye right here? We're going back in behind that, right on top of there. And hopefully we're going to get 1, 2. Oh, thread fell down. I wrapped it up too tight there. There we go. And then we're going to go over that again, and then we're going in front of it, and then we're going, let me get it lined out there, right over it, and then front again is what we're going to try and do. Now here comes the big thing, whether I cut my thread where I've wrapped it or not. Oh, look at that, the bobbin didn't fall off. Now we're going to have to pick some of that out of there because we got a little dobby inner collar. Okay, I've got a little brush over here, little Fifi brush. We'll try to pick some of that out of there. I need to learn to turn this over more toward myself on your side so I can see what I have done. Now we're going to open this up a little bit. I'm going to take some wax. I'm going to wax the crap out of that and roll it back up on here. I'm going to try to hold this back the best of my ability. And I'm going to start wrapping on the head there. Here's where you can get in a funk. I mean, if you let yourself overpower this thread, that's why I said you can use monocord, GSP, whatever you want, 210, whatever you like, whatever your thing is, to do this, to get that head in there. I mean, that's fine with me. I know what you're thinking. That's an ugly head. Well, here's the secret. Guess what? We're going to put eyes on it. So, hopefully it'll hide it. You put whatever color eyes you want on there. I've got some dragon eyes is what I'm going to use. You find the old cigarette lighter. I'm going to hold this back and kind of clean up some of that extra in the front there. Here's what it's looking like so far. This is the micro. So, hold her up there right for you. I'm just kind of getting used to this vise, so. But anyway, enough about me. Let me find somewhere that I have some super glue. I love super glue. Super glue is the best. And I've just got just brush on Loctite super glue. Somewhere I've got some other super glue, but I like Loctite awful well. Got my eyeballs on my hand here. Like I say, these are dragon eyes. They're I think they're called tropic. Maybe it's because they're yellow, like a froggy type eye, something like that. Let me tie this thing. I'm going to put it on its side so I can get a little drop in there. Hopefully I won't stick my finger to it. We need to get us an eye tool like to put eyes on with. No, not a paintbrush. An actual eye tool. We're going to let that sit there a second. I don't think it moved. Maybe. We're going to try the same thing over here. Make sure I've got her right here. I guess you can only see one side at a time, can't you? That'd be good. They're gonna be like, why you put that eye down in there? A little bit crazy. Yeah, well, maybe. I always like it when I got one high and one low, one across here and one across there. Hot looks better already. It can see the fish, can it? This is some UV clear. It's just thick. Of course, the nozzles stopped up on it, aren't they all? We'll just put us a nice drop kind of in between the eyes. And let it kind of flow down in between there to let her flow down in between there to make us a head. Get her eyes where they won't fall off. Turn this thing over. Hopefully do the same thing. I've got a little hook here. I'm going to make sure that the eye is clean. Which it is. Nothing any worse than a bait you can't put your stuff together with, is there? Take the old puppy brush. The old puppy brush. You could put more flash on this before you have that done, you know, the eyes done or whatever. You know, it's up to you. But, yeah. To get a little bone dry here. Finish up the head with it. Make sure we've got our eyeballs coated. Everything around where it's supposed to be. Then I'm going to take that little hook again. Man, I am going to put her in there, make sure I ain't got nothing bad going on. This is one of those flies that you want to take your time and tie. I know it's taken me a while, but I've farted around. I mean, I haven't been, tying fast or anything. You can knock them out a lot quicker than I have here. It's just it's a deadly fly, man. What else can you say? I mean, it's a bang up fly. I I would like to wish everyone on my channel and everyone out there a happy holidays. Um, in this time of our life, I hope everyone's doing okay, mentally and physically. And I just appreciate you guys watching my videos. And from me and my family to yours, wish you Merry Christmas. Maybe I'll see you on the water.